All right, so today's video, I wanted to highlight kind of the length of excuses people will make, the level of cognitive dissonance. So this is a conversation that was had on Facebook on on a post from Jason Blaha. So the post is about Adele's weight loss over the last several years. And man, Adele always got hate for that. But, one of those classic comments like, it's easy when you have, personal chefs and plastic surgery and all this stuff, which I'm not saying that, I'm not arguing that she had any surgery or anything, but even if she did, okay, that definitely helps with, I guess, appearance after weight loss when it's extreme. But also, I'm not arguing that having food prep for you, having somebody that can train you is a benefit. I'm going to actually post screenshots on the video and talk over them. So first and foremost, I'm not going to say that this conversation was 100% cordial, because it was not, right? And I kind of instigated, because I said that it sounds like the person was hating because they were. So that's not going to set the tone off right. So I'm not acting like I'm 100% innocent because I didn't initiate the conversation in a way where it was going to be the most cordial conversation. But at the same time, I want to highlight this because a lot of you guys think the same or know people that think the same, and it's ridiculous, all right? At one point in the conversation, I'm going to summarize real fast because there's going to be a lot to read. At one point in the conversation, I even said, like, hey, after saying, this is why you're failing, basically, because your mindset, I even said in the conversation, like, hey, look, I'm willing to help you for free. Here are all the ways I'm willing to help you for free. And you know what the response was? Too long, did not read. You know why? Because these people don't need help. Well, they don't want the help. They want to make excuses. You may be wanting to make excuses. Now, the person said, okay, it's easy when you have a personal chef making all your food. I volunteered to help them find somebody to meal prep for them for free, right? Well, not for free, but for like whatever fits their budget. I'm not going to do that. That's too much work, to be honest. I even said I would do their training and provide them with resources so they can learn about how to do their own nutrition and training and that, right? And I said, I would be willing to work with them for free. Now, even though, and I'm out right now because I'm doing some other work, even though I have other sources of income and other things I do besides being a nutritionist, I mean, that's my job, right? I'm a nutritionist. I'm also a trainer. So me volunteering to do my job for somebody I don't even know for free is already a lot. And if for them to say it was too long, they didn't read it, I mean, that's ridiculous. The only reason why I'm posting this on here, it is a public forum and it is Jason Blaha, right? So, I mean, they're already out there. It is Facebook, okay? Now, if Jason Blaha sees this, if somebody wants me to take it down, I will. I'm not disrespectful in that nature. If somebody wants it down, it'll be down. But I just wanted to highlight that. And I'm going to talk about this and why it's such a problem. And the thing is, once I made it known I was a nutritionist, I did get attacked. You'll see me getting attacked. She said that I was just simping because, I'm just broke and I'm simping, hoping that for celebrities, hoping that I'll get a dime, which is not true. And I even said, you're not using the word simping correctly. When I made it known I was a nutritionist, then again, my monetary status was attacked by saying that, oh, okay, well, that's why I'm simping, because I'm broke, because nutritionists don't make any money, which I did point out that with the current climate, I mean, a nutritionist can make a lot of money. Now, here's the problem that I have with that, though. Instead of saying, oh, you're a nutritionist, well, what services do you offer? Why don't you help me out? Even if she was aggressive and said, hey, well, why don't you help me out, since you have all the answers? Honestly, I would have done that. But no, she decided to try to come after my wallet. And that's what a lot of women do in the Western world, especially in the States. They try to insult you by calling you broke, saying you don't have money, right? Even at one point we were talking about, she was trying to say she had plastic surgery, and Me and somebody else who was in there made the response, made the comment that, hey, when you're overweight and you get lean, your facial structures change completely. I actually missed the comment that she said because she commented twice, and Facebook doesn't always show you everything. But she said that she's lost weight before and your face doesn't change that much. What I would have said to that is she didn't get lean enough, right? Like you guys, I'm down 30 pounds and my face still looks roughly the same. However, when I lose like another 10, 15 pounds, you guys know how my face looks when I'm down that. Like if you've been on a channel, you actually know what my face looks like when I'm at a certain weight. You know all this is going to be sunken in, all this is going to be popping out. For those of you who met Matt Ogus, when he gets lean, his face looks completely different. He starts really looking Filipino, right? So yeah, these are excuses. Excuse me, but I'm going to show you the conversation. Do it, like show it. I'm not going to just give you my opinion. I'm going to show the conversation and I'm going to voice over it. But understand that this is what we're dealing with. For those of us who embrace the journey, the lifestyle, and take the onus of our health upon us, and for those of us who make excuses, understand it's an excuse. And if you want to be stuck where you're at, that's where you're going to be. All right, guys. So after I pulled off, I went to the gym. I just got done running some errands, so I wanted to go ahead, get the workout in before I even return back to my living space, which is my house. So today I wanted to focus on mainly rowing movements because I was a little bit tired. I've been cutting and the energy just wasn't there, so I figured rowing is the best bet to get that back thickness. And honestly, I didn't record it, but I did end up doing pull downs at the end, all the various types of pull downs that I like to do. Started off with the high row from Hammer Strength. Hammer Strength does have a lat pull down. This is not it. This is the high row to hit that mid back, those teres, those rhomboids, the lower trapezius muscles. And it felt good. It felt real good. Okay. When you do this movement or any back movement, do not pull through the hands. Your hands are basically just hooks. What you need to do is initiate the movement by driving the elbows down. Okay. Pull through the elbows. A lot of people mess that up. A lot of people don't understand the cue. If you don't have somebody who knows it or works with you in person and doing it, a lot of times it could be difficult to master. But trust me, it makes a difference. And right here, what you see is me using the knotless nitro row. Some of you may be familiar with the selectorized version. I'm using the plate loaded version here. And what I like about plate loaded machines is that I could pyramid up, get to that top set, hit it again, and then do a drop set. When me and my boy Jose were doing the Blood and Guts trainer, what we used to do was pyramid up and then do the drop set. But the next session, we would actually progressively overload the drop set. So if we worked up to 4 plates, next time we would work up to 4 plates in the 2.5. And when we stripped the weight, instead of stripping it down to 3 plates, 2 plates, 1 plate like we would have the previous week, we would strip it down to 3 plates in the 2.5, 2 plates in the 2.5, 1 plate in the 2.5. Then the next week, we'll work up to 4 plates in the 5, strip it down to 3 plates in the 5, 2 plates in the 5, 1 plate in the 5. And we got so strong doing this. I do not think I've been as strong as I've ever been when we were doing that. We still talk about it to this day. However, not being in close proximity, we haven't rerun the program. And it's one of those things to where you need a training partner. Okay. I've had other training partners, none that I would do that program with. I've had, well, if Aaron was still around, but me and Aaron also are not in close proximity. He may be a good person to go through this, but those are like the 2 training partners that I've had that have been pretty decent. So, yeah. But usually if I'm going through an intense cycle and it's time to, get serious, I usually call Jose up, but he no longer lives close enough to do so. Here we have a student. That's the good thing about being in a neighborhood that you serve in, that you can run into the people that you serve. So he was actually in here with a group of his friends. They were hitting the iron, hitting it good.
Individual that was with them, he was holding himself back just in what he was doing. I gave him some advice, some tips, so he can actualize the strength that he actually had. He was a lot stronger than he thinks he is. And if he's watching this, I stand by what I told you when we spoke this particular day. And you're a lot stronger than you were able to demonstrate on this particular day. Just make the little adjustments that I told you, and you'll notice that you're well beyond what you were thinking. But it feels good to be able to encourage these guys inside and outside of school. The individual that you just saw here on camera that came over and then left, he's a nice guy, nice young gentleman, well-mannered, good guy. That's what else can I say? So, definitely somebody who is to be highly respected. And yeah, that's about it. Here I'm doing this little row. I have it set up to the cable set to the highest angle, and I'm driving the elbow down into the hip to really hit those lower lats. This should not be used as a mass movement. This is a finalizing movement. All right, so furthermore, I'm going to put, like I said, I'm going to put these screenshots up so y'all see what I'm talking about. So even after I extended this offer to help, right, one of the things that was, well, one, I don't know, I don't know if it's supposed to be an abbreviation like SHUG, or if it was some kind of acronym or something I was being called. I had no idea what she was talking about. But it was stated that my help wasn't needed. And then, on top of that, I was accused of having an inflated ego and also false altruism, which I don't really appreciate, because anybody that knows me knows that, okay, that's not me. But I'm going to put the conversations up here just to show you guys, one, the ridiculousness of it, but also what's going on. Because everybody who knows me knows already that I've been helping people for free for years, right? Like, even people that I don't talk about the people that I've helped, but I've been helping people for. If you know me, you know that if you reach out to me, I'll answer your questions. I'll help you out. I'll point you to resources. Okay, I've been involved with multiple nonprofits. Currently, I'm involved with a nonprofit called STEM. So that's Sports Training, Education, and Music. All right. I'm actually, if you have any questions about that, reach out. I'm actually the executive director. Also, I'm the site coordinator for an after-school program. I'm also a substitute teacher. The reason why I'm a substitute teacher and not trying to be an actual teacher is because being a substitute gives me the freedom, one, to engage with students throughout the whole school in multiple districts, but also it gives me the freedom to do everything else that I do. So, I mean, I do this for real. I'm not bragging on myself or anything, but it's a great insult for somebody to say that I'm being fake with it and I'm not being legitimate. Even after being insulted, you'll see that I said, hey, the offer still stands. If you ever want help, I'll help you for free. I will do it for free. If this individual reaches out to me, I'll still help them for free. But being told multiple times that they don't need your help and that it's a false altruism, that's fine. That's fine. But at the end of the day, it still doesn't take away from the fact that this person chose to hate on somebody who accomplished something in a clever way, so to speak, but doesn't actually want help in of themselves. So you could say it's easy if somebody has the resources, chefs, and all of these things, but there are obese and overweight celebrities who have all these things that are obese still, right? So it comes down to will, it comes down to drive, effort, really wanting it. It does come down to a degree of education for a lot of people, but if somebody's in your face offering that and you're shooting it down, at some point you have to just admit that you don't want it. And the main takeaway here is, be honest, guys. If you do not want help or assistance, or you're not willing to put in the work to meet a goal, I'm not saying that's this individual. They could just be a troll, but I'm saying a lot of people actually are like this. Just admit it. Don't make excuses or say, oh, it must be nice. That's the number one hater mantra. If somebody's doing something in life and they work hard for something and they have a nice car, house, or whatever. Oh, it must be nice. Like they didn't work for it, right? That it must be nice is closet hating. So that's about it. How you gonna act? All right, so you guys can pause this and watch it if you want. This is pretty much the conversation that was had. And if this individual does feel like reaching out, I'll definitely still help them. And if anybody has any questions, wants to see anything in a video format, let me know, put it in the description. I will make some videos. I do have home equipment, so I could demonstrate pretty much any exercise you would like to see also at home. To rehash the back workout you saw, I hit the mid back, the teres, mid trap, all that area. But the first exercise, the second one was the lats. And the third one that you saw would have hit the lower lats where they attach down below. That way you guys kind of understand what was going on with the back workout. The exercises were selected to hit each part specifically. And again, that last one is not a mass movement. It's just a little icing on the cake. But yeah, here's the conversation, guys. Stay dedicated to your craft. How you going to act?